Hi, I'm Craig with Southern California Normal, and I have Heather here. Heather was federally charged with simple possession of marijuana. Heather, why don't you tell us what happened? I understand the police showed up to your house.
Yes, my husband was staying the night at the Wounded Warriors Battalion Barracks. I was trying to get a hold of him to check on his welfare because he had a medical procedure done that day, and that's why he was staying at the barracks that night. Apparently the duty got irritated and called PMO and asked PMO to come out and ask me to stop calling the duty phone. By the time PMO had arrived, I had already left a message with the duty and told him, just make sure he gets the message, it's already getting late, just have him call me as soon as he's feeling better. When PMO knocked on the door, they told me why they were there, harassing phone calls as they called it, and asked me if I could come in, if they could come inside. I told them that no, I would speak to them through the door. And they said, well, why don't you come on out and talk to us? And I said, okay, I'll come on out. As soon as I walked out the door, they had a female, I believe she was a Lance Corporal, put me in handcuffs and sat me down on the ground outside, upon which time they entered my house and walked through the entire house, down the hallway as I live in a ranch, all the way back through the master bedroom and into the master bathroom, which is where they found where they saw my pipe. At which time they, while the gentleman in charge, Staff Sergeant Manser, was looking through the house, one of the other officers had brought me out my medication because I told them it was time for me to take my medication. They brought me out my medication and my iced tea because I was at the time and currently am taking Demerol and Valium for a C4, C5, C5, and C6 ruptured discs with pinched nerves. They brought me out that medication, gave it to me. About 15-20 minutes after that is when the Staff Sergeant Manser came out, told me he saw my pipe, and I said, I have a prescription, and he said, look, I already have enough for probable cause. I need you to sign this consent to search, or it's just going to take longer and I'll have to go get a warrant. I signed the consent to search. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. I had my card. I even offered to show it to him. He said he didn't care to see it. It didn't matter to him. They toured through my house for 3.5 to 4 hours. At one point, over the course of 45 minutes to an hour, the female Lance Corporal, by my request, asked the Staff Sergeant that was in charge if I could come in to go to the bathroom. He refused. This would have been the 5th time I asked her to ask them. I just looked at her and said, I can't hold it anymore. I need to get inside and go, and started to walk in. She grabbed my arm, stopped me from walking in the house. Her and I both had one foot in the door, and she said to the Staff Sergeant, she can't wait any longer, she really needs to go. Can she go? And he said, no, you can't come in yet. I said, look, I've been asking you for over 45 minutes now just to use the lavatory. Can't you at least just let me go to the bathroom? And he said, you do what you gotta do, but you're not coming in the house. At which point I was left no choice but to urinate on my back patio. I was also, at one point, since they were there so long, it was time for me to take my medication again. I believe he was a corporal, and shoot, I have his name written down, I can't remember what it was. But the female Lance Corporal, we were all in my garage, because the Lance Corporal asked him if we could come into the garage because it was starting to get cold outside.
Now, this was after the point that they had all the
Right.
marijuana and everything?
Correct.
And so,
And this is when they were getting ready to leave.
so basically, they came into your house, they saw a pipe,
In the back master bathroom.
okay, and at that point, they wanted to search.
Right.
But they had already been on the property. Now, you live on the base.
Correct.
And now they've actually charged you with simple possession of marijuana, and you have a court date with the federal court, so you have a federal charge of simple possession of marijuana. It looks like you're going to appear in court this morning.
Yes, I am.
And at this point, normal attorneys have been trying to help you out on this, and you're going to fight this?
Absolutely. To the fullest extent. I'm not accepting anything other than either a dismissal of the charges or a not guilty verdict.
And you had your medical card and everything on you, so at this point, Heather's going to stand up and fight for her rights. Obama said they weren't going to do this. Even on federal property, she's still charged, and she does want to stand up and fight this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I got it.